Gene here with G Squared Tactical. What we have on the channel today is a carry option in a 1911 that is offered by Sig Sauer. This is not the C3, this is more the Commander style. This is a two-tone 3.3 inch version, and there's a lot of nice little features on this gun for what comes with this gun. Of course, this gun is unloaded and there is no ammunition in the vicinity, so except for in the safe back there. But anyway, so we'll just talk a little bit about this gun. Like I said, it is a carryable option for 1911. That is what I purchased this for. I shot, as most people do, very, very well with a 1911 and with this as well. But I will say this, I did carry it for a little while, and for me, it still seemed a little bit too heavy. And because of the metal, even with a belt holster with a more, combat style cut in it, just this area of the grip still seemed to dig into me. I mean, I'm not skinny by no stretch of the imagination, so that became a little bit of an issue for me. So I ultimately did not carry this, but it did carry very well. Like I say, I do have it in a Versa carry holster here, as is my favorite, but the Glock 36 here became the option to this. But I did buy that for a option to conceal carry a 1911 because, again, most people shoot very pure, very accurate, and get a very good grip on and claim that a 1911 holds very naturally and very pure straight shooter. So just to get to the bottom, I guess we'll start at the bottom, work our way up. Nothing really special about the mag well. It's not flared, anything of that nature. It did come with two 7-round magazines, which is kind of a moot point or irrelevant for me because I always upgrade to the Wilson Combat mags. But it did come with two 7-round mags with the gun. The mainspring housing here, the rear back strap is checkered, and so is the front. You guys know how I feel about these slick front guns. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of how it looks, and I'm not a fan of how it feels. It does have these rosewood grips on here that does not have the flathead screws in them that I hate so much. It does have the Torx type screws in here that have a stainless look, and they may actually be stainless, but it looks very, very nice. Very, very good looking gun. And the grips in the picture I'll put up, it's like, well, they're a little bit bulky. They seem a little wide. You could possibly get you some more thin G10 style grips that would allow you to get a better purchase, a better feel in the hand. But honestly, it looks bulkier than it really, really feels. I mean, the only thing that I would probably change is to have maybe a little bit of a cutout through here to better access the mag release, because as you guys know, I'm a snob about being able to use the controls without altering my grip on the gun. But with that being said, I don't know if this is an extended mag release or not. It kind of looks like it. It does have some checkering on the mag release, but good for them. I am able to manipulate, even with my small hands, not only the mag release without altering my grip, but I'm also able to manipulate the slide lock, which, again, I like that. The thumb safety is not ambi, just for the righties. Sorry about that, Trey. I do like my thumb safeties to ride a little bit higher up onto the slide. This one does not. It does stick off. So it is a tactical thumb safety because it does stick off there. And it is a very positive, nothing flimsy about it whatsoever. Again, as you guys know, I'm kind of a snob about thumb safeties on 1911s. If they're sloppy, I'm probably going to replace it or get rid of the gun. I like a nice positive reset. I like a nice positive snap, up and down on my thumb safeties, and you definitely get that with this. It's a very quality thumb safety. Feels like it's very well made, well built. and I do like that. So moving on up, we will get over to the trigger. It is a skeletonized type trigger, and it is, well, it's a 1911 trigger. Feels like most of the triggers on any other 1911. Very little take up, brakes solid, doesn't move at all. Like any other 1911, very tactile, very positive, almost pushes your finger forward, and you can audibly hear it as well. So if you're able to hear that in the range over all the other noises, it's there for you for that reason. But you really don't even need to hear it, because you can literally feel it very, very well in your finger. Nice reset. Again, I'm not a trigger snob. I'm not going to talk too much about it, because it's a 1911 trigger, which are traditionally good. It does have an adjustment here for over travel, and also it does have the lines in the front of the trigger here. I mean, you know, if you like that, you like that, it's there. I don't really care one way or the other. It does feel nice. You know, it does feel like it gives you some extra grip texture there on the front of the trigger. Again, I don't really care much about that. It does have a traditional rounded trigger, like trigger guard, like what you would see on any 1911, which, you know, that's kind of another reason why I like the Emissary 1911, that has the more traditional poly style squared off trigger guard that allows you to be able to more easily use gloves or something to get inside of the trigger guard. That's a little tougher with the traditional 1911 style trigger guard. It is undercut here, and again, just like with any other 1911, you do get a nice, positive, good grip on the gun. And this gun is very accurate. We've shot this gun a lot. I unfortunately don't have any videos up. I've had this gun for quite some time, and we were not doing the YouTube channel whenever we were shooting this gun, so I don't have that video. So anyway, on the frame here, the frame is an alloy material. It is finished with ionized coating, and it is, of course, black, as you can well see. The frame is a natural stainless steel. It is made of a natural stainless steel, has a natural stainless steel look, very, very aesthetically pleasing. The barrel length, as I mentioned, is a 3.3 inch barrel, and it is a bull barrel. Very nice touch for a MSRP of somewhere around $1,099. Again, there are other 3-inch offerings in 1911. Very few of them come with a nice, very nice bull barrel and a full length stainless guide rod, which is very nice as well. Overall length of 6.8 inches, overall height of 4.8 inches, and an overall width, even with the grips, at 1.4 inches. You can thin that down if you wanted to get some G10 style grips to put on there. No front checkering on this gun, or front slide serrations or anything like that. And you know, I'm not really much of a snob about that. If it doesn't have an optic in my way up here and I can easily grab it from the back, whatever, I don't really care. It can be, but it is quite slick. So of course, if you like front slide serrations to do press checks and things like that, you're probably not going to like this. But you know, they are nice, deep, kind of canted a little bit, which I really like, very aesthetically pleasing. But there are no front checkering, just rear checkering only on that. Single action trigger only, as I mentioned before. Very nice trigger, very nice polished feed ramp. I know on the C3 version of this, the feed ramp had that coating, that black coating on it. Not really sure why they didn't or do not polish that, but it was not polished. The ramp, the feed ramp on this barrel is very nicely polished, and I never have had a single issue whatsoever with this gun, as I would not have expected to. The gun has always performed flawlessly for me. You know, just like a bunch of other 1911s these days, it does have an external extractor instead of being internal to the slide. Never have had any issues with that. I actually like that because it makes it very easy to push in the firing pin on the rear here and drop that plate and be able to take that firing pin and ejector and stuff out with a little pin in the top here and clean all that out of there. It's a little bit more difficult when the ejector is on the inside of the frame, and they claim that it's more reliable with an external ejector. I don't really know if that's true or not, as I am not one of those guys that have ever really had too many issues, if any issues whatsoever, with basically any 1911. Again, this is a very beautiful, well-made gun. I cannot, even though I do not carry it, I'm not Sig Sauer does not make my favorite 1911. Of course, Springfield is my favorite 1911 in, that reasonable balling on a budget price range. But it is a very well-made gun. I do like it. I have carried it a lot. I have shot it a lot. And if it's something that you have been looking into as a concealed carry 1911 option, I definitely, with a good conscience, could recommend this gun. It would be very reliable. It has never rusted. It has been in my safe now. I just took it out today, and I haven't wiped it down or ordered anything in probably a couple of years, and it's still, I don't see any rust on it. It's got a nice solid finish on here. I don't suspect that it will rust, but like I said, I could highly recommend this gun. If there's anything that I did not answer, maybe some questions that you have, maybe something you want to tell me that I didn't already know. Speaking to the sights, it does have some low profile Novak sights on here. The front one is pinned, but if you wanted to change it, you could knock the pin out and drift it out. The rear sight is driftable from side to side. It did come standard on here with night sights. Again, another nice little touch for a ultra compact 3-inch 1911. It does have some nice features on this gun that you may otherwise not see in this price range. So just all the more reason that I can highly recommend this gun if you have been in the market for it. And like I said, if it feels a little fat for you in the grip, you can change these grips and put you some more G10 style grips on here. Maybe have some cutouts on each side here, one for your trigger finger and one for the mag release, and really thin this down I don't know, maybe a couple tenths of an inch. I don't think you're going to thin it down a whole lot, but you can thin it down some if you would like to replace these grips. That's always an option, a nice thing about a 1911. So if there's anything, again, that I have not told you that you want to tell me, let me know about. If there's any questions you have about the gun, anything maybe I did not cover, sorry if I didn't, but again, you can watch the video. We love to interact with you guys. We love to do the research if we don't already know in our head, and be able to inform you as much as possible. So save yourself the trouble. If there's a question that you have you want answered, ask us. We'll be more than happy to answer that question for you and get you the information that you need. We really hope you enjoyed watching the video. We really hope that you hit that like button and that you subscribe to the channel. And be sure to set your alerts. We put up videos almost every day, and we like to hear from you guys, and we really appreciate the support. Thank you.